From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Tuesday morning. It was a beautiful start to the work week yesterday, and it's going to be more beautiful spring weather throughout the rest of this week. But hey, we could have a little taste of summer by next Monday. Yes, high temperatures could be around 90 degrees in the Tri-Cities, but again, otherwise this is going to be a dry and a warming forecast. A little bit breezy for this morning, especially in the Kittitas Valley. Some of those gusts up around 25 miles per hour. Elsewhere, fairly light breezes out there. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s for lower elevations. Almost seeing some low 50s, but very upper 40s, 49 for the Tri-Cities, and then 38 for Yakima, 45 in Ellensburg. Here's your coat cast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket weather for this morning, and then around and after lunchtime, it will be t-shirt weather as well. Have highs once again getting back up into the 60s and 70s with plenty of sunshine out there. Maybe not as much sunshine as yesterday, but those temperatures, like I was talking about, going way up. We'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, it may be picture perfect spring here, but it's anything but for others across the country. The deadly storms leaving destruction in their wake, and it's not over yet.
Plus, right there is where they came through. See those poles that are bent down?
A car lands upside down in the Natchez River, how the driver escaped, and the massive effort to pull it from the water. And a community is reeling after 3 girls were killed in a rollover crash in Othello. Why authorities say the other driver is responsible and how he was connected to at least one of the teens who died.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on your Tuesday for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redmond. Your time is 5:02. Bail is now set for $1 million after a car crash led to the deaths of 3 teens from Othello. Here's what we know so far. 19-year-old Prisciliano Perez Pinata is facing 3 charges of vehicular homicide. This after authorities say he chased down the truck the 3 girls were in and crashed into it. The truck rolled. All 3 girls were thrown from the vehicle and died. The crash happened Sunday around 1 p.m. in the 2000 block of West Bench Road. According to the Adams County Sheriff's Office, Pinata is also being charged with a domestic violence enhancement because they say he had a previous relationship with one of the girls.
That's still under investigation. We just know that the suspect was following the individual and they were at high rates of speed. Technical evidence needs to be gathered. A lot of follow-up needs to occur. So we're going to be dealing with this for at least, I would say at least 2 to 3 weeks, and that's probably on the low end. Reach out to your teachers, your leaders, your parents, and try to find solace.
The Sheriff's Office is asking if anyone has any information on this crash to please come forward. The names of the girls have not yet been released to the public. The Othello School District is now reacting to the students who were killed during the weekend. We know all 3 students attended Othello High School. District leaders say the loss is being felt across the community, with counselors and mental health support now available for students and staff. Officials are urging families to check in with their children and keep the victims' loved ones in their thoughts. Your time is 5:04. Crews responding to a report of a car in the Natchez River ended up rescuing a man suffering from the frigid waters.
Right there is where they came through. See those poles that are bent down?
The Natchez Fire Department says the vehicle left westbound Highway 12 just south of Natchez Sunday morning. It crossed the median and oncoming lane and went right through a fence, then down an embankment and into the river. Then it was swept downstream. A drone showed the car appeared unoccupied. While planning a recovery, though, responders spotted a man across the river. He told deputies he was hurt. Crews used inflatable rafts to bring him to an ambulance. Now to a follow-up for you. Tri-Cities Pride is speaking out following our story on a Chiawana High School student's claim about a transgender student in the girls' bathroom. The Pasco School District says the incident did not happen, but the student maintains it did and it's been a hot button issue on social media. In a statement, the Pride organization says it's concerned about the impact on LGBTQ+ students and is calling for a safe, inclusive environment for all. They're urging the community to come together, reject hate, and support students moving forward. Apple Valley News Now was scheduled to do an interview with the student who said a transgender made her feel uncomfortable recently in a bathroom at the school. We were also set to talk with the stepfather who made the original Facebook post about the incident, but they made the decision to cancel the on-camera interview. Washington state law requires schools to allow students to use bathrooms based on their gender identity. It's a policy many parents and even a few local city leaders say needs to be reviewed. Kennewick is continuing to invest in parks and recreation, building on a year of major upgrades across its park system. Work is now underway to finish current projects while planning future improvements. That includes a new splash pad at Columbia Park. Also, possible upgrades at Lawrence Scott Park, such as restroom replacements and new infield turf.
From Parks and Rec, we put a lot of money forward in 2025 to do additional capital improvement projects, so we're looking to round those out this year.
City officials say they will continue working to prioritize projects as they plan for additional park improvements into 2026. In business news this morning, a major national entertainment chain could be headed to the Tri-Cities, bringing a new option for dining, games, and nightlife at Columbia Center Mall. Dave & Buster's is targeting the former Sears and Joann spaces in Kennewick for a new entertainment and restaurant venue. According to city filings, the company submitted a change of use application for the more than 29,000 square foot space, with plans calling for millions in renovations.
They're in the middle of the land use process right now. I believe we have until May 5th for comments to be returned, and then they'll go through its administrative process. So it'll just be looking at making sure that they meet all the requirements of the building code, any land use codes that have to be in place, and then we can issue them their permits and they get started on construction.
The review phase for Dave & Buster's is expected to take about 3 weeks. If approved, the project would add a growing list of new entertainment and retail developments in the Columbia Center area as developers continue reshaping the former retail corridor. Gas prices started the week by continuing their upward trajectory. The average price for a gallon of gas inched up just a penny to reach $4.11. It marks the 5th day of increasing prices. Iran said during the weekend the Strait of Hormuz will not return to its pre-war state under any circumstances. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cheapest gas in our region. First up in the Tri-Cities, in Pasco, Mid-Columbia on Court has regular for $5.07. The Maverick on Keene and Richland has unleaded for $5.20. In the Yakima Valley, the Yakamart in Toppenish has regular for $4.61. Wheeler Smoking Gas in Mapton has it for $4.31. And in Northern Oregon and Walla Walla, the Astro Gas in Pendleton on Southgate has regular for $4.95. And in the city of Walla Walla, the Conoco on 9th has unleaded for $5.20. Coming up, a wild stretch of severe weather with powerful winds, flooding, and it all follows 50+ tornado reports in just a few days, some of them deadly. The destruction and what's coming next with this powerful storm, that's just ahead. And will our region see any major shift in the weather this week? Here's a live look from Yakima this morning. You can see that camera shaking here through a little bit of windy weather, but Josh is also talking about highs getting pretty well up there. Could we hit 90 though, and when? Find out after this.
The 2026 Nissan Frontier, with Ward's most awarded V6 engine in the last 30 years. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get up to $4,750 total savings on select Frontier trims.
Fixing your car's air conditioning shouldn't be like searching for buried treasure. RockAuto.com has complete air conditioning kits with everything you need at reliably low prices.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you could save big with up to $3,200 in utility and cool cash rebates available this spring. At Total Energy Management, we will ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
Take a look at a truck, an SUV that have everything: style, tech, and an adventurous spirit, all at a great value. The 2025 Ford Maverick and Bronco Sport. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Get a 2025 Bronco Sport or Maverick and get up to a $3,500 gas card plus $500 loyalty cash for current Ford owners.
It's the mother of all giveaways, with one lucky viewer winning awesome gifts from Revive Wellness and Adore Formal Wear and Bridal Boutique. Enter to win each day on the contest page at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. And to all you moms, happy Mother's Day.
The 2026 Nissan Frontier, with Ward's most awarded V6 engine in the last 30 years. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get up to $4,750 total savings on select Frontier trims.
I don't have it all figured out yet, but I'll follow you every step to find the hole in your alibi. What now? We get him.
Mariner Baseball. Select games whole season on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, it could be quite toasty here within the next 6 to 7 days, so we'll talk about that in just a second. But first, I did want to bring us back down to earth and talk about the temperatures for this morning. Only 49 for the Tri-Cities, 38 for Yakima, 45 for Ellensburg, 47 in Walla Walla. So some of us are on the milder side, some of us on the colder side. Just kind of depends on your microclimate. Here is your day planner forecast for this Tuesday for the Yakima Valley. Going to be around 60 by lunchtime, closer to 70 for the warmest part of the day. And skies are going to range, at least in the Yakima Valley, from partly to mostly cloudy. Okay, so the highs for this Tuesday going to end up in the 60s and 70s for lower elevation, 71 for the Tri-Cities, 69 in Yakima, a little bit closer to 65 for the foothills, and closer to 60 for the Kittitas Valley. We are going to step up our game in terms of high temperatures over the next 7 days. So even though the Yakima Valley probably going to warm up into the mid-80s by Monday, even that is about 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. So let's take a closer look at the day on Monday. And again, this is still 6 days out, so these numbers are definitely subject to change. But for now, we're going with 88 in the Tri-Cities. That is, I mean, in essence, you could round up to 90 degrees. So this would be 15 to 20 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. In addition to this, the forecast going dry. Also, pollen counts now officially in the high category. We'll talk about both those things coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Well, we've been enjoying mild weather in our region. It's far from calm across other parts of the country. Violent storms tore across parts of the central U.S. Monday as the deadly multi-day severe weather outbreak reached a destructive peak. Reed Binion tells us how one first-time homeowner found out he lost everything.
He texted me, he was like, "Is this your house?" And I was like, "Yeah, that is. Are you messing with me?" And he's like, "No."
A homeowner in Wisconsin, one of many in the upper Midwest dealing with damage after severe weather, including high winds, hit the central U.S. on Monday.
I got a little teary-eyed. It's my first home, first-time homeowner. And it hit me because I'm like, that's a lot of damage.
High winds also caused severe damage in neighboring Michigan. In Kalamazoo, crews had to rescue some residents who got trapped in their homes by downed trees. Elsewhere in the state, a man was killed by a falling tree in Kent County. Parts of the central U.S. also faced heavy rain, including parts of Missouri. In Kansas City, the downpour led to swollen creeks and flooded roadways. The damaging weather tearing across the central U.S. Monday came after days of severe weather already tore a destructive path across parts of the plains and south, producing more than 50 tornado reports since Thursday. That included twisters in Oklahoma, as well as deadly tornadoes in North Texas, including an EF2 tornado near Runaway Bay, northwest of Dallas. At least 2 people were killed and homes and infrastructure were damaged. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Wow, incredible images there. Mother Nature isn't done with these storms just yet. Forecasters say they'll move east today to places like Texas, Oklahoma, and Mississippi, and they could see some damaging weather moving into their area. When it comes to our forecast back here at home, if you've been waiting for those open the windows forecast days, well, this is it. Crisp mornings, gorgeous sunshine, and 70s for the rest of the week. What about any chances for any rain, though? Josh is going to look ahead after this.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
How does it look so far?
Great.
Comfortable?
Yes. Times and places all in who you share them with. Joy, I got it. Who you share it with.
This is a great use of your home equity.
Who you share it with.
Imagine handing a local family the keys to a safe, affordable home. It all starts with land. At Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, land is the most costly barrier to building affordable homes. Thanks to an anonymous donor and a local developer partnership, every donation is matched. We need to raise $370,000 to secure 3 buildable lots for future Habitat homes. Support thriving neighborhoods for generations. Donate today and your donation will be doubled to make an even greater impact.
You got shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, brain fog, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. Could be long COVID. One more time.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's Super 7-Day Sale is for you. That's 7 days to shop and save with great deals store-wide, like the Conway reclining sofa for only $11 a month, the Sadie Dining Group now just $13 a month, and the Mountain View bed for only $17 a month. And no bedroom is complete without a mattress. Get a Colorado Queen starting at only $5 a month. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait, the Super 7-Day Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck? Big thanks. Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In addition to our forecast heating up over the next 7 days, forecast is going to stay mostly dry over the next 7 days as well. And it's because of this big area of high pressure that is really acting as an active weather force field. So it's going to keep active weather out of our neck of the woods over the next week at least. So let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this Tuesday forecast, starting off in the Cascades, where highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s, a low-end chance of a shower for today. And then for the Kittitas Valley, we'll have highs that'll be up around 60 degrees, and some of these gusts could be up around 35 to 40 miles per hour for today. And then for the Yakima Valley, around 70 up and down the Yakima Valley, going with 69 officially for Yakima, 70 for Toppenish. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, these highs also right around 70 degrees, 71 for the Tri-Cities, 70 in Benton City. Then for the Blue Foothills, mostly looking at mid-60s, could have some low 60s, 62 there for Heppner. And then for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains, we're going to span from the 40s to the 50s to the 60s, just kind of depending on the elevation. Okay, so the forecast going to be dry, obviously, for today, but we'll continue to keep goose eggs on the map over the next 7 days. So the trend, just to sort of beat a dead horse here, it's going to be dry. It's going to be trending warmer as well. And the combination of those two facts will lead to some high pollen counts that we'll talk about in just a second. But of course, you can see day by day high temperatures, precip chances, wind gusts, all that yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. Now let's talk about those pollen counts that have been in the medium-high category. Now they're in the high category, and they'll continue to be that way through Saturday at least. And the top allergens continue to be alder, ash, and birch. So have the allergy meds on standby. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs near 80 by Thursday, near 90 by next Monday, with the forecast staying mostly dry and mostly sunny. In Yakima, a dry, warming, and beautiful spring pattern. Then for Ellensburg, like we were talking about, gusts still between 35 to 40 miles per hour today and tonight, but the weather turns calmer for Wednesday and Thursday. For Hermiston, lots of sunshine ahead in this forecast with highs around 80 by the end of the work week. And then for Walla Walla, the pattern will also be dry and warming from Tuesday through Saturday, but small shower and thunderstorm chances could come back around by Sunday and Monday.
I like where you're going with things here. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I know you were telling me before the show that you love the 80s, not only the decade, but also the temperatures.
Yeah,
and
both.
You're upset when they get skipped over, and it looks like they're kind of getting skipped over, so I'm sorry.
It feels like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Hopefully we can come back down to the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 80s are a good time. All right, your time is 5:21. Still ahead. Taylor's putting her signature stamp on herself. From voice catchphrases to a bold stage look, she's filed new trademarks to keep imposters at bay in the AI area. We're breaking all that down when we come back.
A real meal deserves a real dessert, like the DQ $7 meal deal with your choice of all this for just $7. Because a full-size meal without that satisfying sweet treat, that's like chicken strips with no dip, like a burger with no bun, like a sundae with no drizzle. Treat yourself to an honest-to-goodness meal with full-size fries, a drink, and dessert for just $7. And for a limited time, try our new honey sriracha dip. DQ, happy tastes good.
It's almost time for Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. Thousands will win Festival's wafer rolls just by matching their ending number. Plus, buy one for just $2.99 with Tuesday-only pricing. Match your entire number, and you'll win other great items, including Nexgrill's 4-burner gas grill. Make sure your favorite Buy Mart is marked as your home store, making it possible for you to win with your entire number. Thousands win every Tuesday on Lucky Number Tuesday only at Buy Mart, where you just match and win.
Well now, look at Wednesday showing up with KFC's Country Fried Steak Meal, including all the fixins for just $5.99. Classic comfort just the way you like it. Country Fried Steak, $5.99. Wednesdays only at KFC.
This is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. After showering, dry and moisturize your feet to avoid infections. More information at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jerry Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through April 30th, receive rebates up to $1,200 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Only one station is on your side.
One station.
Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everybody. Music news now. Superstar Taylor Swift is taking action to protect her brand from artificial intelligence.
And some iconic music equipment is headed up for auction. So here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Taylor Swift is taking action to protect her voice and image from misuse via artificial intelligence. The music superstar has filed 3 trademark applications to help stop unauthorized AI-generated content. Matthew McConaughey has filed similar trademarks, trying to ensure use of his voice or likeness would require his approval. Fans can put their faith in Prop Store's upcoming $2 million music live auction. The sale features George Michael's iconic jacket from his Faith music video and tour, along with a guitar played by Slash during the Guns N' Roses Not In This Lifetime tour, and a gold microphone presented to Queen and used by Freddie Mercury. More than 400 items are up for bid beginning Thursday at PropStoreAuction.com. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
That was a good jam this morning. I liked hearing that. Got me in a little bit of a peppy mood there.
Yeah, we were just talking about George Michael like last week, so.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, some good hits there and some interesting items up for auction.
Definitely, and also, last week we were talking about Val Kilmer, who's kind of like the anti-Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift wants to be very, lock and key about her identity. And Val Kilmer said, yeah, use my image and likeness. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, this is going to have to be a thing that we sign off on, right? It's
Yes.
like the new thing. And Josh, for the record, does not.
Does not sign off.
In case anybody was wondering. All right, well, flying out of the Tri-Cities airport, one parking lot incident is sparking some questions, but officials say the lots are well lit and monitored. What you should know, though, to help protect your vehicle and your valuables. Plus, a brand new set of wheels and a big boost of confidence. How one local boy is being celebrated at the Boys and Girls Club. It's all coming up in our next half hour of Good Morning Northwest. But first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, a new revenue stream for the FAA. It's starting to collect user fees for commercial space launches and re-entries based off the size of the payload. This year, fees will be capped at $30,000. They'll be raised going forward, potentially generating millions of dollars per year. OpenAI is amending its partnership with Microsoft, bringing its exclusivity agreements to an end. This change allows OpenAI to offer its AI models to other companies. Microsoft will remain its primary cloud provider, but other cloud companies could be used as well. And finally, Spotify is entering the fitness world. Premium subscribers can now access Peloton's library of more than 1,400 classes. The offerings include strength training, Pilates, bar, yoga, meditation, and more. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Batab. Have a great day.
Fish, are you certain that's a good idea?
Yeah, I'm just gonna zap it for 20 seconds.
Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters. So when you need the right high-quality promotional products, printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time, that's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team by visiting 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
I thought people exaggerated about the pain from shingles.
I was wrong. I learned that the hard way.
But you don't have to. Talk to your healthcare provider today.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available on everything you wash. Unstoppable's Unlimited Collection. Add it to your wash and everything will smell divine. luxury laundry scent beads so you can smell unstoppable.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. Hope your morning is off to a great start. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 5:29. All right, let's go ahead and get your day started with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Josh, I feel like you are the bearer of not just good news, but great news. I'm loving what I'm seeing in the forecast, and I feel like we have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, if you want the warmer temperatures, here they are, or at least we'll have them by the time we get to next Monday, as we're going to be up around 90 degrees. Forecast staying dry, and that combination of the warmer temperatures and the dry weather leading to those high pollen counts through Saturday at least. It will be a little bit breezy out there for today. Now for this morning, it's breezy in the Kittitas Valley. Elsewhere, some just light breezes on the map, but those will pick up later in the day. Temperatures out there, we're kind of seeing a mixed bag. 38 for Yakima, 49 for the Tri-Cities, 47 for Walla Walla. So spanning from chilly to on the milder side, just kind of depending on your microclimate. Here's your coat cast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket weather up until about lunchtime. Then after that, it should be t-shirt weather as temperatures are going to end up around 70 degrees. And then here's what it's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. Also light jacket weather through about lunchtime, and then some t-shirt weather is also we're going to end up around 90, or excuse me, we're going to end up around 70 in both Yakima and the Tri-Cities for today, but a lot closer to 90 by next Monday. We'll show you more details about this day in particular coming up in a few minutes.
Sounds good, Josh. We begin this half hour of news now in Pasco, but this is a message really to all travelers. Questions are being raised online about airport parking safety and who's responsible for monitoring vehicles left for extended periods of time. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen went to the airport to get some answers directly from airport leadership and separate fact from misinformation.
If you're heading out of town, parking at the airport is often the first step of your trip. But some recent online chatter has raised questions about safety and oversight in the long-term parking lot after a vehicle was vandalized. Airport Director Buck Taft says these type of incidents are rare, happening only a handful of times a year, and that routine safety measures are in place to help monitor the lot and respond if something does happen.
Parking at the airport is very safe. We have the Pasco Police Department, we have airport operations, and they all do random patrols through the lot.
Taft says the lots are well lit and close to the terminal, which helps with visibility and quick response. He also addressed confusion online about who runs the parking operation.
It's operated by Parking Concepts. They have a management agreement with the Port of Pasco, and they manage all aspects of the parking lot operations.
Officials also remind travelers to take simple precautions like removing valuables and reporting anything suspicious right away.
Like anything, if you ever see anything suspicious, just dial 911. Like I said, we have police on site that can respond to emergencies if needed.
Taft says the goal is to keep parking safe, routine, and predictable, and encourages anyone with concerns to contact airport staff or law enforcement immediately. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Taft says they continue to monitor parking areas and encourage travelers to report anything suspicious directly to airport security or local law enforcement. Plans for a multi-billion-dollar green fertilizer plant in Richland are moving forward. This as the Port of Benton works with developer Atlas Agro. The project would bring up to $1.5 billion in investment and create more than 200 permanent jobs. Before construction can begin, the company still needs to secure a major power supply through the Bonneville Power Administration. Officials say discussions are ongoing with a key contract decision expected later this summer.
Yeah, we continue to collaborate with Atlas Agro. We're excited about their potential as well. They're currently, as everyone knows, in talks with data centers to help them build the infrastructure in order to get to there.
Port officials say they have hope to have some more clarity on the project's timeline as early as June. Now to a first look of a special report that we're bringing to you on the news tonight at 6. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz dives into how a new state law is impacting a controversial police surveillance tool.
As local law enforcement agencies across Washington state are turning their flock cameras off to comply with the Driver Privacy Act, one local county is doing the opposite. Yakima County is purchasing more flock cameras to up its total to 300, finding ways to work around the law aimed at limiting data collection and where specific cameras can be placed. Police say that the flock cameras are a useful tool while fighting crime and insist that they don't raise privacy concerns for people who follow the law.
We're not looking at those images. We have a requirement in our department where you need a case number or reason to be. You have to be obviously now with a gross misdemeanor or felony that you're being investigated for. So we're not just looking at people's cameras and looking at the cameras to see where you're at.
This topic has residents debating between the necessities of safety and privacy. This full report coming to Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Well, we talked with Yakima County officials, police agencies, and local residents to bring you the full story on the county's purchase. So again, we will have that in-depth report coming up tonight on the news at 6 and tomorrow morning on Good Morning Northwest. Riding a bike is part of a childhood that we all believe that kids should get to experience here at Apple Valley News Now, which is why we've partnered with the Shelby's Floral to give a young boy a new bike as part of our Young Hearts program. This is Eli, and although he is a bit camera shy, he says he's excited to take his new ride for a spin at the park. When Eli first came to the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties, workers say he was pretty reserved, but after a few months of making some friends, he is starting to come out of his shell.
What's your favorite stuff to do at Boys and Girls Club?
Gym.
Gym. What do you like doing in gym?
Play basketball.
The person he was coming in is completely different to who he is now. He has a big friend group, he talks so much to his friends, and he also has a good time. So it's really nice having him here and getting a bike.
Absolutely. Eli is the second club member to receive a new bike from Shelby's Floral, who says it's always happy to help our younger generations.
This is the second bike now we've gotten to give away to an equally deserving young man. We're all moms here, so what mom doesn't want every child to have a bike?
Eli says he's ready for many adventures with his new bike. If you are a business who would like to sponsor a Young Hearts giveaway in the future, just contact the Apple Valley News Now team. Still ahead, from early season struggles to one of the hottest teams in 2B, Riverview's Surge sets up a showdown with unbeaten Tri-Cities Prep 2 years after that title game loss. The road back to state starts now, and that story is next. Also, as you head out this morning, will you need the jacket or can you leave without it? And what about those high temperatures soaring? Just how high will we get this week? Find out after this.
Good Morning Northwest, #1 in the morning. Only one station. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
I don't have it all figured out yet, but I follow you every step to find the hole in your alibi. What now? We get him.
Confidence starts with feeling your best. At Revive Wellness in Kennewick, we combine medical expertise with a calm, elevated experience. With our direct primary care model, you get 24-hour access to your provider, same-day appointments, no wait time, and personalized care to fit your needs. Revive Wellness, care that builds confidence from the inside out. Book now at revivewellnessllc.net.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max.
When you're ready for more space to play and more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Find your more with Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Dear Uncharted, you're not held to lines on a map. You follow the unfollowed, the untamed, the unseen. And where the pavement ends is where you begin. Keep it wild. Forerunner. Right now, you can lease a new 2026 4Runner for $389 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
My experience at Broadmoor RV has been professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
For me, what I was impressed about was no pressure whatsoever, and we had a lot to choose from, which was great.
Don't wait. It's as simple as that. It's just a great way to spend time with your family.
It feels like a home away from home.
Broadmoor RV makes camping fun.
Welcome to KVH Orthopedics, now in our newly renovated space that's modern and welcoming, with appointments available when you need them. Our state-of-the-art facility and advanced technology provide expert diagnostic and surgical care. Our team is with you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you love. Experience the next level of orthopedic care at KVH. Schedule your appointment today. Kittitas Valley Healthcare, your home for health.
If you're the stars of the most stylish and anticipated movie of the season, where do you go first in the morning?
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. And now this morning, Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci are here live on Good Morning, America.
Good morning, America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, that is not a typo on the screen. We could really be around 90 degrees in the Tri-Cities by next Monday, but let's show you how we get there. So we'll start off with this morning where temperatures, it's kind of a mixed bag, just sort of depends on your microclimate. 38 in Yakima, 45 for Ellensburg, 49 for the Tri-Cities, 47 for Walla Walla. So definitely a good deal milder for the basin and foothills as opposed to the valleys, especially in the Yakima Valley. Okay, here's your day planner forecast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Going to be in the mid-60s by lunchtime, closer to 70 for the warmest part of the day. More clouds building throughout the day, so I don't think we're going to see as much sunshine as yesterday, but still a decent amount of sunshine up in the skies. In spite of the uptick in clouds, highs are going to be in a similar spot to where they were for yesterday. So around 70 for Yakima and the Tri-Cities, closer to 65 for the Blue Foothills, a little bit closer to 60 in the Kittitas Valley. High temperature is going to be stepping up their game over the next 7 days. Each day we'll have these little incremental warm-ups. I think the day with the warmest warm-up, if you will be from Wednesday to Thursday, a bump up of 6 degrees. But I want to focus in on Monday because at this point we'll be about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. Technically going with 88 for the Tri-Cities, but you can just round up to 90 at this point. 81 for Ellensburg, 86 for Yakima, 82 for Walla Walla. This is still 6-7 days out. This is subject to change. But in addition to that, our forecast staying mostly dry. Pollen counts going up. We'll talk about both of those aspects of the forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. On the Sports Beat now, 2 of the top 5 2B high school baseball teams in the state reside in the Tri-Cities. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable visited one of those teams, Riverview High School, as they prepare for another postseason.
Over the past few years, Riverview has been one of the best 2B baseball teams in Washington. A small school of roughly 300 total students, their talent outshines their size. 3 straight trips to the state tournament, the Panthers have a strong senior class with postseason experience.
We've got a good nucleus of kids that are back from previous years, and it just took us a while to get going. We also played a really tough schedule. Our schedule early was tougher than it is later, and so it was, but we have played really good teams, really good 2B teams along the way, and we feel like we're ready for the playoffs.
Starting the year 1-4, they are winners of 13 in a row, starting the winning streak off in the second game of a doubleheader against Liberty Bell High School.
Started off a little slow, but we definitely picked it up in the past 13 games for sure. We set fire after Liberty Bell. We got a little picked up after that.
They prepare for 2 games against Tri-Cities Prep to end the regular season. Tri-Cities Prep has 6 losses over the past 4 seasons. Half of those losses come against Riverview.
It's been like 50-50. We win, they win. It's been back and forth. It's a good rivalry. It's 2 really good baseball teams. We have a lot of respect for their program.
Currently ranked 5th in their classification, the Panthers want to end their regular season strong. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
2 years ago, Riverview made their first state championship game appearance in a loss to Tri-Cities Prep. A state title this year would be their first in school history. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know before you head out the door on this Tuesday morning. And here's a live look from our Ellensburg camera this morning. Josh is coming back with a look at your first alert weather forecast, how you need to plan your day. Will there be rain? Will we stay dry? And what about anybody with allergies? The things you need to know after this.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare. It's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
You get hurt in a car wreck, and all of a sudden, you feel like there's a black cloud hanging over your life. You're in pain, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay. Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales. I have the power of more. Don't take that first offer when I can get you more, much more than they want to pay. And why go to court if you don't have to? And when they find out the heavy hitters on your side, well, you know, blue skies. Injured? Call me, Attorney Mariano Morales, because helping you is what I do.
Call 853-2222.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
My experience at Broadmoor RV has been professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
For me, what I was impressed about was no pressure whatsoever, and we had a lot to choose from, which was great.
Don't wait. It's as simple as that. It's just a great way to spend time with your family.
It feels like a home away from home. Broadmoor RV makes camping fun.
Take a look at a truck, an SUV that have everything. Style, tech, and an adventurous spirit, all at a great value. The 2025 Ford Maverick and Bronco Sport. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Get a 2025 Bronco Sport or Maverick and get up to a $3,500 gas card plus $500 loyalty cash for current Ford owners.
Shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long COVID. You got chills, rainfall, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. Could be long COVID. One more time. No.
The Flock Camera Debate. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Not only will the forecast stay mostly dry, but also we're going to be heating things up over the next 7 days. But those two things really go hand in hand with each other, and it's because of this area of high pressure that's off in the Pacific. This is going to lead to air sinking. When air sinks, it warms, it compresses, it dries. And so that's why our trend over the next 7 days will be drier and warmer, at least for our little slice of the Pacific Northwest. So let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off up in the Cascades. Highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s. More clouds for today as opposed to yesterday. For the Kittitas Valley, gusts up around 35, 40 miles per hour. Highs today hovering right around 60 degrees. Then for the Yakima Valley, around 70. Up and down the valley, 70 for Union Gap, 70 for Toppenish. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, also these high temperatures going to end up around 70 as well. For the Blue Foothills, mostly mid 60s, could have some low 60s down towards Heppner. And then for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains, 40s, 50s, and 60s, just kind of depending on the elevation. So in general, another nice day outside, not as much sunshine as yesterday. And in terms of precip chances coming back into the mix, nothing doing in the Yakima Valley over these next 7 days. Now, eventually there will be more precip chances to track. It's just inevitable. And when that happens, you can track it yourself day by day, hour by hour by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. Okay, that combination of the warmer weather and also the dry weather, that's going to lead to pollen counts reaching up into that high category. They have been in the medium high category. Now, whenever you start to see double digits on this graphic, that is not a good thing. So pollen levels way up there at the top: allergens, alder, ash, and birch. If that applies to you, as I always say, have the allergy medication on standby. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs near 80 by Thursday, near 90 by next Monday, with the forecast staying mostly dry and mostly sunny. In Yakima, a dry, warming, beautiful spring pattern. And for Ellensburg, gusts still between 35 to 40 miles per hour today and tonight, but the weather turns calmer for Wednesday and Thursday. Now for Hermiston, lots of sunshine ahead in this forecast with highs around 80 by the end of the work week. And finally for Walla Walla, the pattern will also be dry and warming from Tuesday through Saturday, but small shower and thunderstorm chances could come back around by Sunday.
Now, the morning sprint.
At 5:50, let's get you the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. The community of Othello is reeling after 3 girls were killed in a rollover crash Sunday afternoon. Authorities say the driver of another vehicle ran the girls' truck off the road. They say that driver had a relationship with one of the girls who was killed. The investigation is ongoing. A dispute continues to grow over the Columbia Valley Center for Recovery in Kennewick, which is set to open in just a few days. Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond claims commissioners are refusing to fund the recovery center or allow full access to it. But commissioners say they want transparency moving forward as they work with Benton County and are not backing away from the project. Questions about parking safety at the Tri-Cities Airport are surfacing online after a vehicle was reportedly vandalized in the long-term lot. Airport Director Buck Taft says these incidents happen only a handful of times each year. He says routine safety measures are in place to help monitor the lots, and he adds they stay well lit. Benton County is hosting a tree planting ceremony today at the courthouse at 11 a.m. This will follow the commissioners' meeting. That ceremony marks a part of the year-long centennial celebration recognizing 100 years of the Benton County Courthouse and a symbol of the county's history, civic service, and community spirit. Everyone is invited to attend. And we do have a special report coming up on the news tonight at 6. Walla Walla police shut down their flock cameras. Richland police putting a pause on theirs. So why are 2 police agencies in Yakima County adding more cameras to their streets? Our Caleb Stipkovitz talks with Yakima County authorities on why they are doubling down on this technology and the new laws that are forcing agencies to adjust their policies. That's tonight at 6 and tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. In your national headlines this morning, several states in the central U.S. are left with destruction after powerful and deadly storms swept across the region. Take a look at your screen here. Trees knocked over into homes, tornadoes leaving paths of destruction, and heavy rain causing rivers to swell and spill over. At least 2 people are dead and more than 50 reports of tornadoes in just the last 3 days. Cole Allen, the 31-year-old man accused of attempting to storm the White House Correspondents' Dinner with a long gun during the weekend, is now facing charges of attempted assassination, transporting a firearm, and discharging a firearm. Authorities say one agent is expected to fully recover after being struck in their protective vest. Allen faces life in prison if convicted on the attempted assassination charge alone. In business news now, oil prices are up again amid continued worries over the Iran war. Brent crude oil climbed to $111 a barrel today in early morning trading. Before the war started on February 28th, oil was trading at about $73 a barrel. Meanwhile, energy giant BP has more than doubled its profits in the first 3 months of this year. Southwest Airlines is honoring America's 250th anniversary with a red, white, and blue 737. Check it out. The plane, dubbed Independence One, made its maiden flight from D.C. to Dallas last night. Southwest CEO said the plane is a symbol of what it means to give America the freedom to fly. United, American, and Alaska Airlines are all following suit and are expected to unveil specially painted planes themselves to mark the country's birthday. In your health headlines this morning, nearly half of all Americans are breathing unhealthy air. A new American Lung Association report shows 44% of the population lives in counties that have high levels of smog or soot. The study also points out data centers can contribute to pollen, and recent EPA policies are likely to make it worse. The Supreme Court continues arguments in a case that centers on a popular weed killer with possible links to cancer. Bayer has already agreed to billions of dollars in payouts related to its herbicide Roundup. The company denies it causes cancer. The justices will determine if people will continue to be allowed to sue Bayer over illnesses they claim are linked to Roundup. That decision is expected in June. Talking sports now, legendary NFL linebacker Lawrence Taylor is in the hospital with a stomach-related issue. The Pro Football Hall of Famer has been hospitalized since April 20th. Taylor's lawyer says he's showing signs of improvement. Taylor was chosen as Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1981. He played his entire 13-year career with the New York Giants. It's the poster dunk everyone is talking about. Watch this. Yeah, Orlando Magic's Jamal Cain throws down a vicious one-handed dunk against the Pistons in Game 4 of the NBA playoffs. The Pistons, the top seed, are facing the chance of being knocked out after the Magic took Game 4, giving them a 3-1 lead in the series. Time for what's trending. It isn't the future of NFL stars that has people buzzing after the draft. Of course, it is a four-legged friend who's really stealing the show.
Yeah, while the eyes of the football world were on Fernando Mendoza, the #1 pick in this year's NFL draft, this adorable couch-stealing dog and its dapper red bow tie became the viral moment for the NFL draft at Oscar Delp's watch party.
Yeah, you see him there as the Georgia tight end celebrates getting selected by the New Orleans Saints. The dog carefully times his move as the newest Saint stands up like a running back cutting through traffic, hopping up for a few scratches before plopping down, securing his rightful spot right there on the couch.
Oh, the internet then goes crazy in full support of the four-legged friend reclaiming its throne, saying the lab was the real highlight of the day.
Oh my gosh, I watched that video so many times. So cute. I love how dogs just have it right. You know, it's the little things in life and they enjoy it. He saw his opportunity and he capitalized.
Had a good feel for the moment.
He really did.
Yeah.
He really did. And you know, always got to be optimum comfort when you're a dog, right?
Definitely.
All right, well, also trending, an angler has broken the Idaho catch and release record by catching a legendary fish in the Kootenai River.
Yeah, Caleb Wilson from Troy caught a 26.75-inch burbo, or freshwater cod, on March 19th. The fish are unique and are the only freshwater cod in North America, known for their long bodies, flat heads, and spotted brown and yellow skin. They are nicknamed the Kootenai leopards.
Wilson measured the fish before releasing it back into the river, earning his spot as the new state catch and release record holder. This was an important moment for the catch and release program as conservation efforts continue to restore the population of the Kootenai leopards. Oh my goodness, it's funny because you see that picture of it by itself. Doesn't really look all that impressive. But when you see him holding it, you're like, oh wow, that's a huge fish.
Yeah.
This is how fish tails get started, right?
Yeah, but sometimes guys will like hold the fish a lot closer to the camera lens to make it. But yeah, given the actual measurement there, it broke a state record. I believe you this time.
Now this time, now I know the trick. You got to hold it like this.
Yes.
Okay, your time is 5:58. Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6 o'clock,